Hello students. So as we have been reading the chapter Poets and Pancakes, so we will start with the page number 63, paragraph number first. As I have earlier told you about Moral Rearmament Army, which was a group of 200 strong people, 200 young people, and that team came to Madras, and the host of this team became the Gemini Studios, the team of Gemini Studios. So this MRA, this Moral Rearmament Army, this group of artists presented two plays, first named Jotham Valley and the second one was The Forgotten Factor. And the Tamil drama community was very much impressed by this, that for some years almost all Tamil plays had a scene of sunrise and sunset in the manner of Jotham Valley with a bare stage, a white background curtain and a tune played on the flute. So in this manner those plays were played. As Tamil drama community was very much impressed, so they also presented their Tamil plays with the scenes of sunrise and sunset in the manner of Jotham Valley. As Jotham Valley was presented in the same manner, so the Tamil dramas were also being presented in the same manner, because the Tamil drama companies were impressed by them. So this was the scene with a bare stage, a white background curtain and a tune played on the flute. Because Jotham Valley had a white background curtain, and during that play a tune was played on flute. Flute means बांसुरी. तो बांसुरी की धुन बजाई जाती थी, स्टेज खाली रखा जाता था, वाइट बैकग्राउंड कर्टेन मतलब जो कर्टेन था वो एकदम वाइट बैकग्राउंड होता था, इस तरह का होता था. जोथम वैली का जो मैनर था, इसी मैनर में तमिल प्लेज भी प्रेजेंट किए जाते थे, बिकॉज द तमिल कम्युनिटी वॉज इम्प्रेस्ड. It was some years later that I learned that the MRA was a kind of counter movement to international communism. So later it was felt by the narrator that MRA, Moral Rearmament Army, was a kind of counter movement. It was against international communism. Communism means Samyavad. And communists are the people who are godless. They don't fear of God. They don't have any emotions or feelings even for their own family members, etc. And the big bosses movement to international communism, big bosses of Madras like Mr. Watson simply played into their hands. So it was against international communism. And as the team of Gemini Studios was also against any sort of politics, any sort of activity, movement like communism, that's why the big bosses, the people who were famous of Madras like Mr. Watson, because Mr. Watson was the boss of Gemini Studios, so he was a popular or big man. So people like Mr. Watson simply played into their hands. They became victims of MRA. उनकी बातों में आ गए वो MRA की, and Gemini Studios became the host of MRA. And Mr. Watson was the boss of Gemini Studios. I am not sure, however, that this was indeed the case. Even the narrator was not sure about it, that this was the reason. कि यही बात थी क्या? Even he was not confirmed, but he thought so. For the unchangeable aspects of these big bosses and their enterprises remained the same. So why their aspects did not change, why those big bosses decisions were not changed and their enterprises remained the same, और उनका जो courage था उस बात के प्रति वो भी सेम रहा. उन्होंने अपना डिसीजन नहीं बदला, एमआरए के प्रति, तो इसलिए भी शायद मतलब यही रीज़न हो सकता है। एमआरए और नो एमआरए, इंटरनेशनल कम्युनिज्म और नो इंटरनेशनल कम्युनिज्म। रीज़न क्या था कि वेदर दिस टीम वाज एमआरए, moral rearmament army, or not moral rearmament army, or even it was against international communism or not, और even ये साम्यवाद से जुड़ी हुई बात थी या नहीं थी, वट एवर द रीजन वॉज, जो भी बात थी, द नरेटर सेड ये था कि नहीं था वो डजन, मतलब वो बात पता नहीं, कंफर्म नहीं था उसको, बट the staff of Gemini Studios had a nice time hosting 200 people of all hues and sizes of at least 20 nationalities. But this was the fact that Gemini Studios, that means the team of Gemini Studios, spent a nice time hosting those 200 people, that means the team of MRA, who were of all hues and size, जो हर कलर के थे और हर साइजेस के थे, मतलब अलग अलग तरह के लोग थे, पर्सनैलिटीज थे उनकी, ऑफ एटलीस्ट 20 नेशनलिटीज, एंड दे बिलोंग टू 20 कंट्रीज. So whether it was against communism or not against, whether whatever the reason was, this was the truth, this was the fact that Gemini Studios spent a nice time with MRA. Got it? It was such a change from the usual collection of crowd players waiting to be slapped with thick layers of makeup by the office boy in the makeup department. So there was a change. Normally, whatever the usual collection of crowd players, whoever the people used to come there waiting to be slapped with thick layer because they were covered with thick layers of makeup by the office boy in the makeup department, because the crowd was done makeup by the office boy. So there was a change in that. A few months later, the telephone lines of the big bosses of Madras burst. So what happened after some time? After a few months, the big bosses' telephone lines burst. That means बड़े लोगों की आपस में फोन पे बात हुई. And once again we at Gemini Studios cleared a whole shooting stage to welcome another visitor. Earlier the point was about MRA, but after some months what happened? Again there was a news for the big bosses. There was a point of talk among the big bosses of Madras. What was the point? That at Gemini Studios cleared a whole shooting stage to welcome another visitor. Again, Gemini Studios was to welcome another visitor. Another visitor was about to come to Gemini Studios. Now, who was this visitor? All they said was that he was a poet from England. What they said, what they knew about that person? It was said about that person that the person who was coming to Gemini Studios, the new visitor, was a poet from England. The only poets from England the simple Gemini staff knew or heard of were Wordsworth, Tennyson and Tennyson. So Gemini Studios के स्टाफ ने सिर्फ किन इंग्लैंड के पोइट्स का नाम सुना था? वर्ड्सवर्थ का, विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ और टेनिसन जैसे पोइट्स का. That means the poet must be between them, इन poets में से होना था कोई ना कोई. The more literate heard of were Wordsworth and Tennyson. The more literate ones knew of Keats. The people who were more literate, who were a little bit literate, knew of Keats, Shelley and Byron. Some of them knew about Keats, Shelley and Byron. These are also the poets from England. And one or two might have faintly come to know something by the name Eliot. Only a few people knew about Eliot. Who was the poet visiting the Gemini Studios now. So the poet, if the poet was from England, then the poet must be among them. Must be among them. So who was the poet? This was the question. He is not a poet, he is an editor. Actually, this poet was an editor also. That's why the boss is giving him a big reception. That's why the poet is going to give him a big welcome party. Watson was also the editor of the popular Tamil weekly Anand Vikatan. Mr. Watson, who was the boss of Gemini Studios, he was also the editor of a popular Tamil weekly magazine named Anand Vikatan. So that's why he took interest in that. He wasn't the editor of any of the known names of British publications in Madras, that is those known at Gemini Studios. तो जेमिनी स्टूडियोज के लोग जिन पब्लिकेशंस को मद्रास में जानते थे, ये उनमें से कोई नहीं था. कोई ऐसा ब्रिटिश पब्लिकेशंस का एडिटर नहीं था. Since the top men of the Hindu were taking the initiative, the surmise was that the poet was the editor of a daily. Since the top men of the Hindu were taking the initiative, जैसा कि उस प्रोग्राम की इनिशिएटिव कौन ले रहा था? जो पॉपुलर पर्सन थे द हिंदू के न्यूज़पेपर के. एज दे वर टेकिंग द इनिशिएटिव, द सरमाइज वाज दैट द पोइट वाज द एडिटर ऑफ अ डेली. सो इट वाज supposed that the poet was the editor of a national daily, of a newspaper, but not from the Manchester Guardian or the London Times. But he was not the editor of these newspapers. Then who the man was? That's all that even the most well informed among us knew. So this was the fact which we knew. And who were we? The most informed people at Gemini Studios, because the writer is also the most or the well informed person at Gemini Studios. तो जो सबसे ज़्यादा जिनको जानकारी थी उन लोगों के बीच में भी यही बात थी कि वो द मैनचेस्टर, द लंदन टाइम्स न्यूज़पेपर का एडिटर भी नहीं था, उनसे भी रिलेटेड नहीं था. It was a surprise, it was a secret that who was coming to Gemini Studios and what was his purpose. At last, around 4 in the afternoon, the poet or the editor arrived. So whatever the man was, who the man was, it was not known by the people at Gemini Studios. So at last, around 4 in afternoon, the poet arrived, even he was the editor or not. He was a tall man, very English. So he was an Englishman. He was a tall, Angrez tha pura, very serious, and of course very unknown to all of us. As Gemini Studios people didn't know about him, so he was unknown to them. Battling with half a dozen pedestal fans on the shooting stage. When he came to the stage, then there were, as just downstairs, there were many fans, pedestal fans जो नीचे रखे जाते हैं ज़मीन पर. तो करीब दर्जन भर ज़मीन पर रखे जाने वाले फैन से बैटल करता हुआ, हाफ दर्जन यानी कि करीब 6 पंखे वहाँ लगे हुए थे, जिनसे लड़ाता यानी कि उनसे उलझता यानी कि किसी तरह से उनसे बचता हुआ वो शूटिंग स्टेज पर पहुंचा. द बॉस रेड out a long speech. Mr. Watson, he read out a long speech as he welcomed him. It was obvious that he too knew precious little about the poet or the editor. When he addressed the audience, when Mr. Watson he delivered his speech, it was also obvious that he also knew a little bit about the poet, कि उनको भी बहुत कम जानकारी थी उस poet के बारे में, ऐसा लग रहा था. The speech was all in the most general terms because the speech was in general terms, normal बातें थी उसमें. But here and there it was peppered with words like freedom and democracy. But the speech was peppered with, that means there were words which were used in that speech were like freedom, democracy, etc. Then the poet spoke. He couldn't have addressed a more dazed and silent audience. Then finally the poet spoke, and he could not have addressed, इससे ज़्यादा dazed और इससे ज़्यादा silent audience शायद उसको कहीं और नहीं मिल सकती थी, because the audience didn't know anything about the man. That's why everyone was mute. No one knew what he was talking about, and his accent defeated any attempt to understand what he was saying. As his accent was so different, the audience of Gemini Studios was not able to understand what he was saying, what he was talking about. So their attempt was failed to understand his accent and his points. उसकी बातें समझ ही नहीं आई किसी को. The whole thing lasted about an hour and he spoke for 1 hour. पूरा जो चीज़ें थी, जो प्रोग्राम था, वो करीब 1 घंटा लगा उसमें. Then the poet left and we all dispersed in utter bafflement. Bafflement means confusion. Then the poet left, he went away, and all the people who gathered there, they dispersed, चले गए in utter bafflement, in utter confusion. What are we doing? What is an English poet doing in a film studio which makes Tamil films for the simplest sort of people? What the audience was doing there? And why that English poet, what was he doing in a film studio? The film studio which makes Tamil films for simplest sort of people. सबसे साधारण लोगों के लिए जो तमिल स्टूडियो फिल्म बनाता है, उसमें एक अंग्रेजी पोइट का क्या काम? People whose lives least afforded them the possibility of cultivating a taste for English poetry. ऐसे लोग जो अपने जीविका को बड़ी मुश्किल से अफोर्ड कर पाते हैं, the possibility of cultivating a taste for English poetry. Is there any possibility that there will be a taste which will be cultivated in among them? ऐसा कोई टेस्ट पैदा हो जाएगा उनका इंग्लिश पोइट्री के लिए? Could they understand? So these were the questions. The poet looked pretty baffled too, for he too must have felt the sheer incongruity of his talk about the thrills and travails of an English poet. So according to the narrator, the poet was also very much baffled. He was also very confused when he came there, because he also didn't know that the audience would be so confused, as he too must have felt the sheer incongruity. Incongruity means असंगतता, which doesn't match. तो शायद उसको भी ये चीज़ बड़ी अजीब लगी होगी, उसे लगा होगा ये तो मैच ही नहीं हुआ ये बात ही, because the audience of Gemini Studios was so simple and he was talking about a different point, about the thrills and travails. लाइफ में किस तरह के थ्रिल्स होते हैं, ट्रिवेल पीड़ाएँ होती है, परेशानियाँ होती हैं. तो उस पोइट की इस तरह की परेशानियों को, उनकी उसकी बातों को, उसके इमोशंस को कैसे समझ सकती थी जेमिनी स्टूडियोज की सिंपल सी ऑडियंस? His visit remained an unexplained mystery. So that's why his visit that remained an unexplained mystery. That remained a mystery which was unexplained by anyone. So the audience, the team, the people, the staff of Gemini Studios did not understand anything regarding the visit of that English poet. Why did the poet come there? What was his purpose? What did he say? Etc. this secret will be disclosed later. So we'll continue in next video. Thank you.